Mobile stations. Move over gas-guzzling dinosaurs, hyperfuel mobile stations are here. These portable units can service both hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicles and battery electric vehicles, which is great news for anyone who can't decide whether they want to save the planet or just look cool driving a Tesla.
Hey, how's it going? I'm back again, and we're going to look into some futuristic inventions or inventions that are basically here already today, but we're not using on a wide scale. We probably should be using. I haven't seen the video yet. I've seen some short clips here or there, so we'll be watching this together, and I will be giving my opinion on them. I'm not going to ramble on, so without further ado,
Now this thing is so cool. I'm ready to set up my space farm and become a space farmer. Interstellar Lab, the company behind the biopod, aims to create self-sustainable habitats. Not only is the biopod perfect for space exploration and colonization, and a way to address the challenges of climate change, food security, and biodiversity loss on Earth. That's right, I'm about to save the world by growing a tomato in a bubble. The biopod can produce and recycle almost anything needed for plant growth, minimizing waste and energy consumption. So if you're looking for a way to grow plants in any environment, save the planet, or impress your friends with your space farming skills, get yourself a biopod. It's like...
This is great, especially for those of us who don't have a lot of land to grow things on, or if you want to grow things in space. I think it's a great idea. But with that said, I do think that we need to progress as far as making the environment on the Earth or in the various terrestrial locations more fertile for vegetation. And I think there's a lot of fertile land out there. I just think we need to improve on the fertile land and use it wisely. And there's a ton of land out there. I just think we need to find ways to make this soil even more fertile. If we have to, create more compost and just compost the entire surface, or compost a desert surface, if we can, the best that we can do. I'm sure there's a video out there that's probably come up with a way to do that. I haven't reviewed that video yet, but I'll probably try to find that and make a video about that as well. But this is a great idea in itself. It's good for those of us who don't have the land, especially nowadays in a lot of these are expensive English speaking countries where somehow everything's expensive and overpriced. I think this is a great alternative, but it's not something that's used wide scale right now, and who knows, it sounds good and then they'll say, hey, to have one of these it's going to be $200,000, so you're back at square one, which is another stupid concept, but that's for another video. I'm going to continue.
Got a little piece of the future right in your backyard. And who knows, maybe we'll all live in giant inflatable bubbles one day.
That's not a good idea to me. But anyway.
The Wing. Oh, the Wing. That almighty flying savior of lazy humans everywhere. And no, I am not talking about the chicken wing joint down the road. I'm talking about delivery drones. The Wing's drones can fly up to 20 kilometers round trip, carrying packages up to 2.6 pounds. So if you're ever in desperate need of some milk and don't feel like putting pants on to go to the store, The Wing has got you covered. But here's the real question. What happens when the delivery drone gets lost? Do you think it has a GPS, or does it just wing it? Get it? To sum it up, drone deliveries, the future is now. Who needs human interaction, privacy, or a clear sky when you can have flying robots delivering your every whim at the touch of a button?
We still need human interaction, and this is already being used. I made a video a while back. There was a drone service delivering blood to hospitals in Rwanda. And it's also being used, I think, I'm not sure, but I think also somewhere in South Africa. I could be wrong, but I know for sure I did a video and there is an excellent drone service where they're delivering blood and medical supplies to hospitals in Rwanda. And I think this could be used everywhere, because some hospitals have certain materials, certain who knows, blood plasma, certain types of blood that need to be delivered, and it's worked very well. A lot of kids are being delivered that would, probably be having trouble as far as giving birth. A lot of successful surgeries, and a lot of healing is being done, and these drones have played a very important part in that, especially when it comes to the blood delivery.
I, for one, welcome our new drone overlords. But what if I order a bushel of watermelons? Hyperfuel mobile stations. Move over, gas-guzzling dinosaurs. Hyperfuel mobile stations are here. These portable units can service both hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicles and battery electric vehicles, which is great news for anyone who can't decide whether they want to save the planet or just look cool driving a Tesla. These mobile stations are also eco-friendly. They produce hydrogen on site using water electrolysis powered by solar panels on the roofs. That's right. They're basically like a fancy science experiment that you can drive up to and stick a nozzle in.
I like this idea, but with it makes me wonder, was there any pollution involved in creating this, or will there be? Which is kind of funny to me. And right now, I don't know. The whole electric thing sounds good. I like it, but I saw a charging station the other day, and it was charging $20 for 30 minutes. So I knew, you can't. Sometimes it makes you wonder: can we trust each other to be fair? This is supposed to. The concept of this is supposed to save gas, make let there be less pollution. Less pollution is fine, but are you going to gouge people for fueling their car? You see, there always has to be a way to gouge people. There are things that run on solar power. Let's be honest. We could run cars on solar energy without even having to pay for refueling. But the concept of refueling, to me, is only there so you can gouge people. I hate to be this way, but ever since I saw that charging station that charged $20 for half an hour, I got annoyed. I'm like, so the idea here is just to, we can't be able to clean the environment without having to gouge people. That's what I got from it. Because to me, so you could use solar power the same way. If they could keep advancing solar power, or even the electric power through the air somehow, where you don't have to make people pay, but somebody has to get rich off of it, right? Let me get off the soapbox. Sorry for rambling on about that.
Great news for anyone who wants to feel like they're blasting off to Mars while they fill up their tank. The hyperfuel mobile stations are the know-it-all, do-it-all fuel dispensing machines of the future.
I just saw that said 5-minute refuel. Okay, that's my rant. I've taken a step back on my last rant, but how much is that 5 minutes? Again, I just don't trust anymore.
Hyper displays. Ready for the most mind-blowing displays you'll ever see? Braylon Fusion is the real deal, offering a headset-free virtual reality experience on your desktop. That means you don't have to wear those clunky VR headsets and risk looking like a dork in front of your friends. It can create a massive 110-inch 8K panorama with depth and immersion. That's like having your own personal IMAX theater in your living room, minus the sticky floors and overpriced popcorn. They also have synthetic aperture teleconferencing, ambient noise suppression, and a spatial acoustic field engine. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds impressive, right? So if you want to experience immersive gaming, movies, simulation, or metaverse applications, Reliance Fusion is the way to go. It'll blow your mind and maybe even blow your hair back.
I like that idea. It'd be like driving a submarine or a race car or something. But I still like the idea of... I don't mind the idea of the glasses, because with this hyper display, I don't see the difference. I mean, aside from wearing the glasses, the experience, it could be immersive, but I don't mind wearing the glasses myself. It just seems like the experience would be kind of diluted because you can still kind of pull back and look around and see the room, which is fine too. I mean, it's for those who maybe, claustrophobic or just want to, or if you're in the middle of, getting chased by a dragon or something in your virtual game, you want to jump out and take a breather, which is fine. But I'm not really impressed by this, but I still think it's a good idea for gaming or even movies, but I'm not like overly impressed.
Log scaler. If you're a lumberjack like me, this one will excite you. The log scaler is a measuring device that uses LiDAR, cameras, and neural networks to scan and create a 3D model of each log truck and its load. And get this, it can process up to 20 trucks per hour. It's like a giant airport security scanner, but for dead trees. I needed one yesterday. Christmas list, anyone? I wonder what the logging industry did before the log scaler. Did they have a guy wandering around with a ruler and a notebook? The log scaler is like the superhero of the logging industry. It's faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, and can scan logs in a single bound. This might be a little too much power for humanity to handle it. Let's just say that the log scaler could be a hit at bachelorette parties. George.
Okay, funny joke. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. I don't think it's as fast as he said, but I think it works for that particular industry. I'm sure that Amazon uses something similar. I just know they do. I just think, well, who knows? Those of you who work in Amazon, how do you scan all those boxes? I wonder. I don't work in Amazon. I've never worked in Amazon, or maybe they do it the old-fashioned way. I have no idea.
Or TX1. The Jor TX1 Power Tug. This bad boy lets you skate while being pulled by a little motor. Who needs a car when you can be pulled around at up to 25 miles per hour like a human kite? And don't worry about your safety because the Jor TX1 is designed to provide a safer skating experience. The Jor TX1 has a range of up to 30 miles on a single charge, so you can skate for hours without stopping. Who needs a rest day when a battery-powered tugboat pulls you around all day? The Jor TX1 has a smart remote control that lets you adjust the speed, brake, reverse, and even activate cruise control. Plus, the Jor TX1 is compatible with any type of skate, so you can ride this baby to your heart's content, whether you're a roller derby queen or skateboard king. Feel the wind in your hair or helmet, safety first. Just remember to hold on tight.
That's a great idea, especially if you're tired, you just want to run down to the store, or even if you just want to skate for fun. Now, I'm curious as to how does it work if you're coming upon a hill. I know, some skaters, there are some places that are hilly, if you have a city like San Francisco, especially those urban skaters. I'm wondering, how does that work? Like, he says it's braking, but I wonder how was that tested? Just something that crossed my mind.
Blue Eye X3. Dang, does this bad boy dive deep. Deeper than your ex's issues. I'm talking about the Blue Eye X3, the underwater remotely operated vehicle. It's got a range of up to 1,000 feet and an HD.
This just looks like a drone/submarine. I'd like one, to be honest.
Tilt camera that can capture stunning images and videos so you can finally see what Nemo's been up to all these years. And let's not forget about that automatic heading and depth control system. It's like having your own personal submarine that can navigate through the roughest conditions without even breaking a sweat. Kind of like how I navigate through my ex's Instagram without accidentally liking a photo from 2012.
You know what? I'm going to let him cook with that.
The Blue Eye X3 is so lightweight and compact that you can take it anywhere. It's like having a personal Jacques Cousteau. And with 3 guest ports, you can connect all sorts of external equipment like grippers, lights, sonars, and sensors. Kids today do that kind of thing, right?
I want one of those. I want one right now. I'm going to Google the price for that. Maybe I should do it after. I'll do it after.
Nara Pro. Are you tired of breathing in more dust than the Sahara? Do you wake up every morning with enough hair on your pillow to make a wig for Sia? Well, fear not, my friends, because Nara Pro is here to save the day and your lungs. With its 3-layer nano shield and pro filter, Nara Pro can remove everything from dust, microorganisms, and smoke. The UVC air cleaner can neutralize harmful bacteria and viruses on contact, making it the perfect companion for those of you who still haven't figured out how to wash your hands properly. Now, our Pro's high-speed air circulation system can disperse purified air faster than your ex can spread rumors about you. And
he seems to have an issue with his ex. I don't know what it is. This is like the second time he's mentioned that. With this, isn't this what your nose does, though? Or your nose hairs? I don't know does this kind of weaken your immune system in a way? I don't know, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
let's not forget about the smart air sensor. It can detect PM 2.5 and 1.0 particles, as well as TVOC gases. It even changes its cute little expression based on the air quality. Soul Speaker. Hey there, party people! Do you want to take your music experience to the next level? The Soul Speaker is like a musical Picasso, using ferrofluid to create trippy patterns that will blow your mind. I don't know about you, but I'm removing all my lava lamps and replacing them with these bad boys. We all have lava lamps, right? With the app, you can customize everything from the LED colors to the brightness of the ferrofluid. This speaker isn't just about the visuals, it's got some serious sound quality and a battery that can last up to 8 hours on a single charge. And it's not just a speaker, it's also a sleek and elegant piece of art that will fit any decor. It's like having a beautiful vase, but it plays your favorite tunes instead of holding flour.
I'm gonna be honest, I really don't see the purpose. You can tell I'm not getting paid by any of these. This, I really don't see the purpose. And there's so many speakers you can kind of hook your phone up to. I don't see it. I'm sorry. If you like this, there's nothing wrong with it. It's artistic, but I don't see the hype. Next.
Merapi Senta V. Attention farmers, are you tired of spending countless hours wandering through your crops searching for any signs of trouble? The Merapi Senta V is the goofy gadget you need. It can monitor your crops by itself, so you can sit back, relax, and sip on some corn juice or whatever farmers drink. Well, the Senta V does all the hard work. Senta V uses a bunch of sensors like cameras, lidars, and spectrometers to scan your crops from above and below. So if you're sick of spending all your time tending to your crops, just let Senta V take over. You can finally take that vacation to Hawaii you've been dreaming of, while Senta V runs your farm like a boss. Say hello to the Merapi Senta V, the smart and agile robot here to save the day and your crops.
He didn't really say what it runs on. Like, is it all battery powered? And how long does it run? Okay, I guess that's it. I was wondering what that runs on. Is it because something like that you need solar power? Maybe it does run on solar power. It better. I guess I mean that's a good idea. Hopefully it runs on solar or a mix of solar and battery. I remember a long time ago I did do a video of what if they could have a power source. Not exactly a power source, but I was gonna say in IT there's this thing called a multiplexer they used before with video conferencing, where they took in different types of input from different types of network cables and different types of inputs. How do I put this? Anyway, my point is, what if there was a device where you could pull in solar power and electrical battery power all through the same type of device processor that converts it to energy, like solar, gas, water, everything. Basically a multiplexer for fuel. Just something just popped in my head, but I didn't explain that IT concept correctly because it's kind of it's still relevant, but it's kind of old-ish because people don't use telephone lines like they did before. But it took in telephone lines, network cables, ISDN lines, basically a collection of telephone lines, and it converted all of that into one particular form of data coming from different sources. Anyway, I hope I explained that correctly. I'm going to end the video right here. I've rambled enough. Thank you for your time. And if you made it this far, please like and subscribe. And I appreciate your time. Have a good one.